What a waste of space.
Did you kind of look like you'd fit in down there?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I look like it. Anybody who has a certain amount of followers is all just bullshit spam. You could do a show one night and get off stage like I should have an HBO special, and then the next night you're like, why? I don't even know why I live. I should drive in oncoming traffic.
Yeah. So what's up with what is it? The Degi Draft?
The Degi Draft essentially started with me drafting friends into the NFL via social media, where I would just say, like, you know, so-and-so, with the third pick in a 2013 draft, or I can't even remember where it started. Essentially, now it's become like a content creation competition. So people are, whoever makes the most ridiculous videos, doing the most ridiculous shit, to become the number one pick in the Degi Draft. Carl Sobel.
Carl Sobel?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard my name.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Kids talking about me over here. Fuck. Putting all this goddamn work into a stupid online thing. And it's like, yeah, girls look at me.
I should have known, man. I should have fucking known. I'm like, why does he keep asking me to say his name? Each one of his videos were like a sketch. They were well edited and super funny, and he made it happen.
Yeah.
If I knew he was gonna do this, though, I probably would have picked a black guy or something.
Yeah.
Any black guy will do it.
Anyone. So we got the number one draft pick in the house.
Dude, as soon as that music cut in, I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? You'd think it's so cool that like the real Stone Cold was here, but that he just broke everything in your studio.
He just broke everything. Chugs all my beer and then leaves.
As the number one pick in the 2021 Degi Draft, not only did I promise him he could fuck my wife and my mother every once, and I would offer my dad up, but he's dead.
Oh, well.
But if I could tell you
2 out
where,
of 3.
I can tell you where, I could tell you where he's.
My girlfriend hates cornhole, so I told her
Who?
she's got
Where is she? Is she a communist?
That could be.
I did get drunk and pelted her with cornhole bags once. Just kept hitting her with them, so.
Do you mean your ball sack?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I call my balls. I was like, hey, Matt, you ever played cornhole?
Speaking of the opposite of athletics,
Probably
Yeah.
not. We're talking pizza rolls here.
I feel like he's using the microwave a lot.
Oh, yeah. I think he just eats it cold.
It looks like wax at first, but you just kind of rub it around on your fingers.
Cum?
No.
Dude,
I used to rub my husband's cum on my bags.
almost left my wife for that woman.
It's the pre-cum rejuvenizer.
Sorry, I accidentally fingered my butthole the last time before I gave you that shot glass of jizz. Do you guys use lotion or anything?
I'm a dry guy.
See, it's crazy to me.
Really?
Really? Right.
Lotion to me at that point was just like something my mom used, you know, to jerk me off. Ain't no son of mine gonna use no fucking lotion to jerk off. Fucking pansy boy.
Who the fuck is Johnson?
I know the first Johnson, but I don't know the second Johnson. You're gonna get a blood clot, boy. I don't know why my dad sounds like Mr. T. I pity the fool who jack off with lotion. God, I hope my wife doesn't watch this. She won't. I remember, like, literally the second after, like, I ejaculated, one of the alarms went off, and I was like, buzzer beater, buzzer beater. I am the Michael Jordan of jacking off. First of all, let's not just assume that because I can contact somebody, I'm gonna be calling my wife.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That was stupid.
I'm gonna call all the girls I never slept with and be like, hey, listen, I'm probably never gonna make it back. What if I do?
Yeah, Castaway. That was a good movie.
It sounds very morbid, but if I make a volleyball into a fuck toy like he did, because let's be honest, he was fucking that volleyball, dude. used to this. Not a whole lot. I hadn't been to Holland in a minute. And I came out here last weekend. The in-laws were in town. I went to that fucking tulip time.
Oh, you did the whole tulip time?
Yeah, what a waste of space.
Did you kind of look like you'd fit in down there?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure I look like it. It's probably the polo, but
Yeah.
it's acres and acres. We didn't even go in though. We saw like a side field of tulips, and then the line was like 2-hour wait just to buy the ticket before you got. And we're like, no,
you can
it
go to
took
like
long
the
enough just to
park
piss
downtown
and yeah.
drive down.
I don't.
Tulip
I'm not
Lane.
that big of a tulip fan. It was the father-in-law wanted to come, so
It's one of the most weirdest festivals,
yeah.
isn't it?
I'm
Just all about a flower. I mean, I know it's cool to see like big old fields. Yeah, that's cool. But you can drive down a country highway.
It's got to bring in a ton of money to the city.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm not denying any of that. Just
So it
saying,
makes-
like it's kind of just like kind of weird, like about.
No, yeah, I don't know. What is even the? It's got to be a Dutch thing, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
like
history behind it.
Because isn't it like the Dutch or Holland in the Netherlands?
Right.
And I think it's like
And
their
then
flower or
the
something.
tulips last for like what, 2 weeks or something, and then they die.
And then they die. They're gone. Goodbye.
Yeah, I don't.
We're
get
just
it,
here.
but
We're just here for the money.
People are into it, man, because there was a line like, a mile long.
Yeah, it said despite COVID concerns and it being canceled last year, like all the hotels in Holland were booked out for the first week, for the whole week.
That's wild. Yeah, people
Just
are
like
still into it then.
I'm like, damn, dude, paying that price to stay around in
I
Holland.
feel like
Holland's expensive.
if I lived here, I would hate it. Similar to, I mean,
like-
you like the money to, come into the community, I guess, and it helps business and
Yeah, but traffic,
all that shit.
and
But yeah, traffic and everything. Like when Grand Rapids had Art Prize, they do it every other year now. But that is just so many people.
Yeah,
It's got to be like
Yeah, I went
living
down
in a
there
real
for that,
city
too.
for one day.
yeah, right. Yeah, like a real city.
Shoulder to shoulder in actual traffic. I couldn't do
Actual traffic.
it.
No.
Thanks.
Dude, I get extremely frustrated, especially when you're driving somewhere and you
Oh, yeah,
never. But do you remember like MapQuest?
Oh, yeah.
when you'd have your just
Yeah.
printed shit. You just
I'm
had to
old
like
enough for
look
that.
at it.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
You had to
don't-
look at it.
People
and
don't
just be
even
like-
use just an actual GPS anymore. I had like the GPS on my dashboard for forever,
Oh, no, yeah.
just after the printing out of MapQuest, and now it's just all on your phone for
Yeah.
the most part, unless you've still invested in one. But I don't know why you would.
I know it's weird when I see them used right now. It's like they're up there. Like, you got your phone.
Yeah,
it's
it seems like a
better.
waste. But then you can't text
You
and
gotta
drive.
like you gotta. That's true.
and
But you have to
look
like
at the
take them
GPS.
out. You have to plug them in to update them and shit.
Right.
That's archaic.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
Yeah, but if I had to use an atlas,
Ooh.
which I don't even know where you find an atlas other than like rest areas. I don't think that I
Yeah.
could even figure it out. I'm
Yeah,
too
like
stupid.
who the hell is still pulled over on the side of the highway with a?
I bet somebody
Where
is.
is it, honey?
Yeah.
You're like, dude, this guy needs a phone.
There's probably like some I don't know, hippie type people who like take long trips and don't want to be on the grid.
Yeah, right.
So maybe.
Off the grid as much as possible, but going all over the grid. I'm gonna stay off
Right.
the grid.
Just not electronically on the grid.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if I'm doing some big ass trip like that, and I'm bringing all the technology I can.
Oh yeah. As soon as I lose Wi-Fi, I'm uncomfortable. But it's just because I think I can't even remember what it's like to take a shit without cell service or Wi-Fi.
Shit. Yeah, gotta have, dude. Even my daughter. Every time she's got to poop, I need my tablet. I need my tablet.
Can't blame her, man.
And
We're all doing it.
We're all doing it, man. I'm like, what? Oh, I guess. Sure. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably increases the length of the time I'm on the toilet by at least 15 minutes.
15.
Which isn't
long
problematic
poop- long
unless
poop
you're
kinda
on
thing?
the clock and it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
I work at a place that they've got like the lights on timers in the bathrooms.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, to save like, cost on like the electric bill. But we're talking, this is Amway. They're
Oh.
printing money.
Oh, you work on an Amway?
Well, I don't. I technically work for a temp agency. I'm like a,
I worked out there
a
for a
contractor, so I can sleep at night because I
Yeah,
don't actually
same
work.
thing.
I
I
don't
was a
actually.
contractor.
I don't actually work for the evil empire, so I don't feel that bad about it.
Right.
But yeah, they got after like 5 minutes they turn off, and it's like, you think I'm afraid to shit in the dark?
Yeah. I'll show you.
I'll sit in here for an hour.
1 hour. I have
I've
my
got
phone.
the- yeah,
I have
I've
my
got-
phone
I've
for
got
life.
the illumination of my phone light. I can still wipe my ass.
I did that. I did that the other day. I walked in to check to see if anybody was in the bathroom, so I could start cleaning it. So I open up the door, and then the light turns on, and all I hear is, "You're a lifesaver."
Thanks, man.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Well, yeah, it's
no
awkward because
problem.
otherwise you gotta like get up with the pants down and like
Yeah.
open the the stall door to get the lights to flip back on. But yeah, I work 3 days a week and it's 12-hour days, so I kind of cram a work week into 3 days, which is it's
nice.
It takes a toll as an old man, but you get 4 days off every week unless you work
It's once-
overtime. So works well with comedy.
Yeah, that's true. So, what days of the week do you work?
Monday through Wednesday.
Monday through Wednesday.
Yeah, so perfect for a comedy schedule.
See, I was talking about this the other day. And it's like, yeah, but there's like lots of comedy shows that are like Monday, Tuesday,
Right.
Wednesdays. It's like,
Bigger cities. I mean, most mics, which is how you
Yeah.
get better, are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I mean, I'm out of there. I'm out of there at like 6:30, so I could still make it to shows in town. So, I mean, usually by the time I get out of there and get home and shower, I don't feel like doing anything. But I still try, man, because you gotta keep practicing. Is essentially
So-
what you're doing.
So when did you start comedy?
God. It's funny because when you first start comedy, when people ask how long you've been doing it, you round up to sound cooler, Like
Right.
If it's been a year and a half, you say 2 or 3 years. But now I've been doing it for close to 15, so I usually round down. Not very long, 7 or 8 years.
So
Just because once you get past like a decade, people just assume like, oh, you should have been on TV.
yeah, you should have been doing something with
Which
this by
isn't
now.
how entertainment works. At least not if you're in fucking Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Right.
So, but yeah, I started in like 2005 or 6. I graduated from high school 2003. Granted, the first 5 or 6, I don't even think I had a car for a few years there. So I had people dragging me around, bringing me to open mics and shows. And then
Yeah.
I didn't really start traveling, doing it professionally until like probably 2009 or 2010. So I guess as a working comic, it's been like over a decade. But
And by traveling and stuff,
too
you
long.
mean like out of state and stuff
Yeah,
like
man,
that,
I've been-
or just like how long did you kind of like just stick to like your Tri-City area or something, for a
I was
while
just
there,
doing
or-
Michigan stuff for probably the first few years until because comedy's, so much of it is just networking. And
Yeah.
if you're a small fry like myself, you don't have the means to, I'm not paying like an agent or management. It doesn't they're going to take 10% of nothing, you know? So I'm doing everything myself as far as like emailing bookers and trying to get booked through, networking and meeting people. And a lot of these clubs you can't get in unless you show up here and there and show face and meet people. So for the first few years, it was probably just Michigan, maybe some Indiana stuff. And then I started to expand like the Midwest. And then I've been like on the East Coast, down south a little bit to the Carolinas, even to Texas. I was traveling, hosting a game show and doing shows at colleges, and I was traveling all over for that. But I haven't really made it out west too much because it doesn't make sense, gas wise.
Right.
And I can't afford to fly.
Well, yeah, because
so-
you got to pay for the whole thing. It's not like you got some agency
yeah.
like.
And
or
I mean,
some-
road life is it's rough, man.
and then when you do those stints, you kind of like probably planned a lot of them in a row, so you'd be like, all right, I'm
Exactly.
going this way. So we hit
If
all
I
these
was doing it
places.
now, when I worked for this agency that
Oh, okay.
that was booking me for these college shows, these morons. Not only did they owe me a lot of money at some point, and I had to like get a lawyer and shit to get my money, but I would get fucked sometimes because they would have me do like a night show at like 8 p.m. And then I would have a 6-hour drive, 7-hour drive, and they'd have me doing a show at like 9 in the morning the next morning. And I'm like, this isn't physically possible. And I'm sorry, we messed it up with the routing and we didn't. It's like, but that I was never driving less than like 4 or 5 hours every night, man. It was brutal. I remember the first month I worked for this dude, I had to go to like the border of Texas, super close to Mexico, and then I had to go to Philadelphia, and I put it in the GPS, and it was like noon at the time in Texas, and it said the arrival time was like 12:15, and I was like 15 minutes. I was like, oh no, 24 hours and 15 minutes. No thanks,
dude.
Yeah. So I don't miss that, man. Now I don't want to drive any more than like 10 hours. Even then, I don't know. I'll split it up into a few days. But
right
back when I was young and could stay awake, sure.
Yeah. So I noticed it's kind of like a grind. Were you like grinding, like hitting up every?
Oh yeah, man. You kind of
like is that?
It absolutely is, and it kind of weeds people out, I think.
The ones that are just going to keep on going with it, sticking with it.
Right, because a lot of people, they're doing it, more so as a hobby, which is fine, but I think...
Would you consider what you're doing now kind of more of your entering in a more of a hobby phase? Because you're not, like you said,
yeah, no,
I don't want to drive more than 10 hours.
Well, right. It's not my only source of income, and especially through COVID, there's been less and less. But I guess I'm at a point now where I just am more comfortable saying no to shit. It used to be very important to me to just show that I was working. And you'll even see like open mic level guys now posting like their schedules that are essentially open mics, which is cool. I think, hey man, if you're excited about doing these shows and
but then it's not technically an open mic,
right? So, I mean, some
open
of them are.
Mic for a musician, like like my background was like you got to show up there, get your name on the sign up sheet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, so comedy's kind of different depending on the venue and stuff. But yeah, I'm not knocking the guys who do that. But anyway, in the beginning, or not even just the beginning, but I mean, even 4 or 5 years ago, I was just, all I wanted to do was work as much as possible. So it was like, I will do any show, anywhere, anytime, as long, I just wanted to fill my calendar. And now, do I want to drive to like Omaha, Nebraska,
right,
for $400? Probably not.
Yeah.
You got to look at it,
right.
from a career perspective.
But
like,
if you can line it up,
sure,
with.
Sure, if I was like doing stuff on the way and on the way back,
400 and
right.
300 and 500,
and depending
whatever.
on if you're like middling or headlining or
right.
Your status, you're making different amounts
right.
of money.
So some might only be whatever, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't. You just get to the point where you realize like,
then you have to
if this isn't good money, is it gonna open any doors for me to like? If I work this club, do I get into other clubs, or is somebody going to see me that's important? Is it going to lead to other things in my career? And it's shitty because once you get to that point, it's you're almost like taking out the fun or the art of it or the reason you started doing it in the first place. But I don't know. I don't have any kids yet. I've got a wife though. We're trying to have kids. I don't know. There's a lot of factors now, but
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not as willing to do shit far away. That's not going to do anything for me other than put a little bit of money in my bank account when I get home.
Or get your name out there.
Right. Which I mean, you can almost. It's so much different now. It's not as important to like go places or to live on one of the coasts because of social media and the internet. I mean, there's access to. You've got people that have the largest following that. Have a YouTube following. But I'm not saying that's the way it should be.
But don't you think that kind of leads to a much more like oversaturated market?
Oh, of course.
So that in turn can make you even harder to be found.
Well, in a lot of comics, like
like when it was that you had to go to the show.
I think whether you're a musician or a stand-up, you always hear guys bitching about like the gatekeepers of entertainment and like
everything's got a gatekeeper,
how it's political and this and that and like which I hate equally, but at the same time I mean, there's got to be something weeding people out, or people will continue not to get the opportunities they deserve, and some people will get opportunities they don't deserve. But at the same time, you're right. If it becomes just like everybody is just doing shit on the internet, and they don't have to like climb the ladder or do the things that people before them had to do, that's kind of shitty too,
Right.
So I don't know. It goes both ways.
It always does. There's always the catch-22.
Yes, sir.
Why?
I like this, man. I feel like you've been trying to pawn this off on every guest.
No, actually, no. It was from the last podcast.
Oh, okay. I've had this before. This is
still in the
good.
cooler.
I've got a buddy who does comedy out in New York that actually works for New Belgium.
Really?
That piece of shit, yeah.
That fucker.
Yeah, he's kind of an idiot, but
Yeah. Yeah,
good stuff.
So you don't believe though. To my main point was like, so you don't mean to say, or not mean to say, but you don't think it's possible to oversaturate yourself in your area by doing so many and so much time, like all the time. Like for me as a musician, like I would look at it as like, well, obviously, like we wouldn't be playing like, all of these like every night of the week. We wouldn't have that opportunity anyways,
Right.
especially the kind of music we played, which was metal. So, but it would be like, don't oversaturate yourself. Don't play, around the bars in the same area all the time, or else it comes up too well. I'll just catch you next
Right.
time.
I mean, as far as like open mics or even like these showcases that are basically glorified open mics, I mean, as a comic, there's a very like New York mentality where it's people are getting on stage 4 and 5 times a night just to get better. I mean, that's
Just to get better. So it's like a
that's
lot of
just to
people
do
look
your
at
jokes,
it as more as practice.
improve stage presence. Absolutely. But like paid shows, I mean, I guess you could do too many, and there's.
See, that's a totally different art form. For my mindset, it's like, no, we have to be perfect before we hit the stage, because they're expecting a crafted
Right.
song to
Now-
where, you as a comic, I guess you kind of need more of that stage. You need the stage time, and you need to get up there.
You
and
absolutely
screw
do.
up.
Yeah, because I mean,
Because-
and I know the dynamic between like a band practicing or having like a rehearsal or whatever, not in front of people in a basement or wherever you're practicing.
Yeah.
It's still different than doing it live, but I could never practice at home without an audience. You need the audience. You need that immediate feedback in comedy.
Because it's jokes. It's funny.
Right.
You need the feedback. Like
But
you can think it's funny all you want.
Now, there is shows that I definitely won't do because there's like certain bookers or certain venues or people you can work for where like once you're lumped into that category, it's just not a good thing because you've been put in this like, I don't know, a category of comics that are like maybe just like the road dog type. They're always just going to be bar comics, or they're only working for this person because they couldn't work for other people, and then people look at you the same way.
Right.
Or I even run into stuff now where I'm still doing like shows that maybe a lot of other guys that headline clubs wouldn't do just because they think it'll make them look bad or they think they're above it. But I hang out with fucking guys who started comedy a year ago. We're all just friends. It's so much of it for me is just like hanging out, the camaraderie of it, the love of just the art form and comedy, and I look at them as equals. Really, they're all just idiots like myself. So
Right.
I don't know. I'm a rare breed because there's a lot of guys who've been doing it as long as me who like don't even deal with a lot of the shit that I do, or just don't even take the time to do a lot of the things because they don't need to. But
Right.
I don't know, man. I really like it. I really have a good time doing it. So
Yeah, the first guy I kind of came into contact with in the comedy scene in GR was Hunter Miles, and because I knew more about him actually starting a podcast first, because he had actually come up with it like a few years ago, and I was like, hey, why don't you come on? We'll talk about that and everything. But yeah, and since then I'm meeting more, and it's just it is all about the camaraderie, and just people being together.
so much of it. I mean,
went
that's
to one at Parrots over here, and it was It was me. There's a few other people there, but again, that's what they said. Well, we're just gonna go up there, try all our new material, and
Yeah, you do it. I think some people lose sight of the fact that they started doing it because it was fun. Any art form, I think, if you did it in just hopes of getting like rich and famous, that was your main objective, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons, and that's probably not going to happen for you. But having said that, a lot of guys are so, just focused on that they do make it happen, and they might not even be that funny, But some people are so much of comedy, and I think it's probably the same for a lot of musicians is the business side of things. Comedy, I could almost argue it's 30% funny, 70% everything else, because there's a lot of comics who are super funny and they just suck at all the offstage shit.
Oh, the offstage, just everything offstage.
Yeah, as far as like getting booked, doing the things you need to do to get booked and to meet people and network and all that shit, or just
right. That's true.
So much of comedy is self-promotion, which is sucks because it just makes you look like a egomaniac.
Am I
going to
post
sociopath.
This?
Yeah,
am I really going to post
But you
this?
have to. You almost, even social media now, there's a lot of
You
comics
have
who get
to.
left behind because they haven't jumped on the social media train. But it's more necessary now than a website, really.
It is. Like, you have to be active.
Nobody's finding out where you are through your website, unless you're like Jerry Seinfeld. Other than that, people are finding out through an Instagram or Facebook account or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. The game done changed.
Did you say Instagram is more effective for you, or Facebook? Do you use Instagram?
Well, I do use Instagram. I certainly have more people that see my shit on Facebook, just because in the beginning I was an idiot and I was like, I need to just have as many friends as possible, and I have not half of these people probably,
right.
and now I regret it. But yeah, definitely, I think I have. I'm getting more views, or everybody's on Facebook. My mom,
I know,
people's relatives.
Yeah,
IG still kind of seems like not necessarily exclusive, but maybe a younger thing, or it's more hip to entertainment, and there's not as much bullshit. It's just pictures and videos and screenshots.
Right.
But not long political rants or
I hate just
all
the like to craft a post on the Instagram. It's like everything's got to be, you got to, all of my thumbnails and stuff, I got to resize them all. It's like, why do you got to be so damn complicated?
Yeah.
Because I want it to look good when people are scrolling through. If you have something where you get, it's like smaller,
it's probably all
not gonna look.
I'm sure that's all on purpose, right? They're trying to.
I guess.
But doesn't Facebook own Instagram now?
Yeah.
So you'd think that the two of them at least would be more compatible, which I guess they kind of are, because I can link like my comedy page to Instagram and kind of link the two every time I post something. But
yeah, you can like post from Instagram to Facebook.
Yeah, they're still certainly different.
Do we sound like boomers here? We're like, you can like post from Instagram to Facebook. Y'all know that? Did y'all know that?
Somebody, I didn't even know this, but I was talking about how it's problematic that like the the care react with like the heart on Facebook is, for me at least, it's right next to the laugh react. So then like somebody will post like something about a relative dying, and I'll go to throw them the care, and then I accidentally throw them the laugh, and I'm like, this is bad. And then somebody told me you can change like the order that they're in.
Right.
I don't know how the fuck to do that.
Why does the care react to have like the little creepy Biden hugging
the
heart too? It's just like, oh, I'm here for you.
Yeah, they're all kind of creepy when you think about it, man. Just little smiley faces.
Yeah, I don't get it. But I get a lot more spam on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I'll post something and I try to fit in, and I do the hashtags and like podcasters of Instagram, it's immediately
I get a lot
promoted on here.
I get a lot more fake like friend requests on Facebook. If it's
fake friend requests.
If it's a girl that's a girl in general. I'm a married man. I'm 36. Like if I get a friend request from a girl, I'm like, this is fake. And then if the girl is attractive, it's 100% fake.
100%.
And every time, no fail, I will go, and they've got like one picture, because it's like they're not even trying, these spam accounts.
Yeah.
One picture, and and then they'll have like 3 friends total, 2 of them are mutual, and both of the people are mutual friends of mine because they're idiot comics who just, hot titties, accept. And now I look on Instagram and it's like the same thing, but like Instagram really is like, it's essentially, just pictures of porn basically. But in the comments, like the first 3 or 4 comments you see in anybody who has a certain amount of followers is all just bullshit spam, which I don't know how they're not stopping that more, but maybe
that's what I mean. It's like
it creates traffic still because that, the algorithm and shit is all based on like comments and just traffic on each post, so maybe they want it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I've never like I posted and it's like promote it on whatever records and promote it here. I've never like gone and like promoted it there, but I'm like, I want organic comment. It's I want somebody to say this was
not
cool. Not bullshit.
Well, you can
almost
even
rather have nothing.
And they've changed it on Facebook now too. I think both Facebook and YouTube and everything. I think it used to be not necessarily easier to get a following, but it was required for you to have less followers or subscribers in order to like, accumulate any kind of money. Now it's just like you have to have so many more, and the algorithm and shit is all messed up now. Like if you have a fan page or if you had like a band page or whatever, you have in order to get really any traffic or views, you have to almost just like pay to boost it. Which how do I even know that's working?
Yeah, I know.
I think it's all bullshit.
You think it's all just like bots?
I mean, unless
like
you're
a random.
Oh yeah,
like,
and
here
because
you go.
can legitimately like pay for likes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But
you
then
can.
and then how do I even know like you can see the views for each like video or whatever you post? How do I even know that that's accurate?
How about the old like for like?
Yeah, because sometimes you'll have like so many views and not a lot of likes, or there's all kinds of shit that I shouldn't even have to think about, but it just makes me wonder, like, unless you're really forking over money to like boost post and get the views and stuff, I don't know if it's really happening. And they can obviously like,
it's best to just when you start your page,
they could stop people from seeing your shit and you would never even know it.
Yeah, I guess you won't. Well, because that's what they say. You got to get in the algorithm. Oh, yeah, I must have got bumped off the algorithm. I haven't seen your guys' posts in a while. How's it going?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, bullshit.
It's all a mind fuck. It almost makes me wish we could just go back to MySpace or even before that, where
Tom.
it's just like,
let's give Tom a big
it
hug.
was just word of mouth, and you did just have to
that fucking guy
be
is
good
just
at
like,
what you did on stage, So
man,
I don't know.
have your music on your profile. You could just have like one of your little stand-up comedy, like just this little skit
that's how
playing, like as soon as you go to your page.
A huge part
you can do
of the
that with your
reason-
headline video now, though. You can do that.
Yeah, and that's the thing too.
You're
is
like, I didn't think of that.
I don't know how to
shit.
do. People are paying people to run their social media now. You know?
Yeah,
Because
dude.
they don't know how or don't have the time. I
I'd
don't
fucking
but I don't
love
have the
that.
money to do that.
You can schedule posts. That fucking comes in handy. You can do that.
That's handy too, but it's all just
But then you gotta like take a
whole nother
you gotta
thing
take a
on
whole,
top
like-
of like I wish I could just like focus on the craft and just I want to be a better comic and not have to worry about this other shit. But
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? It's 2021.
Take care of yourself.
I'm trying.
Do it yourself.
One beer at a time.
2021. Do it yourself. Damn it. There's no help. So what's up with what is it? The Degi Draft?
Yes.
Yeah. So we just had a draft, and along with the NFL draft.
Yes.
So let's
It's
explain that a little
ridiculousness, man. So the Degi Draft essentially started with me drafting friends into the NFL via social media, where I would just say like, so and so with the third pick in the 2013 draft. I can't even remember where it started.
So you just kind of like started
the
this on your own
Lions drafted
profile?
so and so exactly on Facebook.
You're just like
specifically.
posting it, like.
So I would tag a friend and say, they were a running back and they went to Grand Valley State and they got drafted by the Raiders or some shit, and then I would have like quotes from experts or or analyst, and the quotes would essentially be just me insulting the friend. And people thought it was funny, and it got some attention, and then like I would just do it more and more every year, and it got to the point where I'd run into people, and they'd be like, I was kind of upset you didn't draft me, and I'd be like, what are you even talking about?
What?
The Facebook thing?
Yeah.
So then I can't even remember how it happened, but
You're like, oh,
people
I
kind
got
of started
something here.
competing to like get drafted first, and I think it started.
when was the
they would
first
just-
Degi draft?
Oh God, the like official like it.
Well,
Like I
when
said,
was like the one you? Oh, okay,
at first
official.
it started as like just stupid
Yeah. So
posts on Facebook,
official.
and then somehow like a group started. So there's a group. It's the Degi Draft room where people are posting pictures, videos, and talking shit and whatever.
Yeah.
And then I started a page where I do the actual draft, and it started off as this post, and now it's like 500 people are in this room, and not that many are involved. I don't think, at least not at this point. But it's just essentially now it's become like a content creation competition. So people are whoever makes the most ridiculous videos, doing the most ridiculous shit, to become the #1 pick in the Degi Draft.
It's not
they'll
just.
win.
It's not just like post your stand up.
No, it's
From
it's
a night
to
with
be
a
honest
cell
with you,
phone
man. I
video.
think a lot of people think it's more sports related than it is, because you're getting drafted by the 49ers or some shit.
Yeah.
Which,
And you go.
in all honesty, I could completely take the NFL side of things away. Just because it was a draft and that's how it started, I've stuck to it. But I mean, if it ever did get any attention, I'm sure I would get a letter in the mail, and the NFL would be like, you can't use our likeness and all this shit, which it'll never. I will hope that happens, because that means something actually happened. But,
Yeah, something actually happened.
but we're a long way from that.
We got like mainstream comics like fucking going and
Yes.
competing.
Well,
in this
that
shit.
is the
You know?
the ultimate goal is like a Barstool Sports would get wind of it and want some kind of involvement, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a former football player or somewhat of a celebrity of a comedian
Yeah.
would want to be involved in but right now it's just kind of gives people another opportunity or another outlet to like scratch that itch as far as like their funny bone or like comedy related stuff, whether it's like sketch or just ridiculous,
Give 'em a
memes
reason
and
to,
talking
like-
shit, and just to keep that part of their brain working, especially through COVID. I think it was cool because people weren't doing shows and shit.
Yeah.
And people just have fun with it. And I think people feel more comfortable like posting stuff for that or creating things for that, because there's not as much judgment or like, if you post even like a sketch you've made now, it's half the comics that see it are like, this sucks, and because it's all for fun and bullshit.
Right.
And nobody even knows what it is. I still have a hard time explaining what it is or why it is.
Yeah.
That I think people are just like, what? There's no like consequences, or nobody's gonna, be too harsh of a critic.
Right.
So, but it's all ridiculous, man. And it like I've gotten to the point now where I have like local sponsors and shit that will fork over prizes and stuff for it, that I can give away for like the top 10 picks and stuff. So it's come a long way, but I like I said, I would like to, make it bigger and expand the people that are involved.
Yeah, because it's all an online thing.
Yes, it's
can
all
literally
online.
compete in
I
it
would
from
kind of like to do
anywhere.
like a live draft one year, and then most of the people involved are comics, but not all of them. And you don't have to like sports at all. I actually almost prefer that you couldn't care less, because then it just becomes
Even
more of
more.
a non-sport and more of
Right.
just a ridiculous thing.
Or you're a
So,
sports guy?
I am a little bit, yeah. I mean, as much as I can be in Michigan at this
Right.
time.
Right.
The Detroit sports franchises I think they combined for the record amount of losses last year. So it's a bad time to be a sports fan here, but yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah, dude,
I dabble. I need the thing comics forget is just I think any other form of art, or like something that started as a hobby and becomes a career or just a huge part of your life. Like if you don't have another outlet, and I think people discovered over COVID, like they couldn't do comedy anymore and they were just fucking miserable. You got to have another hobby or something you're into, man.
Yeah. You gotta
If you put all your eggs in one basket, like,
well,
are you more prone to be successful? Like, I guess, but you could also argue, like, you gotta have, like, what if it doesn't work out, or you're gonna have bad weeks? And comedy is so up and down, man. It's the highs, lowest of lows. You could do a show one night and get off stage like,
And
I should have an
kill. Just
HBO
be like,
special,
yeah,
and then the next
yeah.
night you're like, why? I don't even know why I live. I should drive in oncoming traffic.
yeah, dude, just
So you got to have another outlet, man, and you should also have friends that are not comics or not musicians or have other
Right.
interests. God, if you're you can't surround yourself with just all the same people.
no.
You got to have that escape, right?
You gotta have, you gotta have that, somebody who doesn't have as much as
Yeah.
of a sense of humor, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
guess you
there-
could say, you
No,
know what I mean?
really, you
Like,
do, because
you're hanging
comics-
around comedians, like everybody, you're
We're also, not
gonna get
necessarily
laughs.
judgmental, but like it's harder
Oh,
to make
yeah.
most comics laugh, and
but that's
we're
what you
certainly a lot
hear.
darker. We laugh, I think, just
Comedy's got to be
we laugh at stuff that's a lot more fucked up. than the
Comedy's got to
average
be
person would laugh
competitive.
at. Yeah,
Comedy's got to be competitive. Deep down, it's got to be. I mean, like,
and it is. I mean, people are. I know everybody compares themselves to others, but comics especially, man. It's a constant like, whoa, how come they got this and I didn't?
yeah,
They're doing this and I'm not doing it, and it's always.
I killed
If it's
the
not
other
one
night.
thing, it's another, man. You could, no matter what level you're on, you want something, and you're upset you're not getting it. You
Yeah.
can be on the bottom, I mean, there's people who are making millions of dollars on Netflix, and they're still like, but why didn't I make as much as this person? So no matter where you are,
no shit.
you're always there's always going to be that next thing.
So did you jump on the social media, make content online train?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a YouTube page. I think I got 100 subscribers.
Well, yeah, there you go, dude. So now you can make your custom fucking name at the end.
So I should, if I could just get
Bro.
like, I don't know, 50,000 more, then I'll be making some money.
Did you make your custom domain now, or whatever your?
I
for your
have a
tag?
YouTube channel, but if I'm being honest, of all the social media, if that's what you even call YouTube, I probably post a video a year on YouTube because it seems much more intimidating than everything else, and it's a lot harder.
Well, you gotta have content that people want to watch.
Right. So, and I do post a ton of content. I just don't ever post it on YouTube because I have had little success, and I know
Well,
like,
it's hard to get people to
if
follow.
I put it on
when-
IG or Facebook, I know I'll get some views. But if I could put some shit on YouTube and maybe 3 people will see it.
it's so difficult to get people to just click the link.
That certainly has the most.
It's like just fucking click it.
You've got your high. It's like there's the lowest floor but the highest ceiling.
Yeah.
Because you could. I think YouTube.
I think
is
it's good
potentially
to-
the
I
most
think it's good to
lucrative
have
if that's what
both.
you're going for.
If you're doing if you're having a set filmed one night, I think it's good to post it. I think it's good to post little clips up there. Just keep it going, and then it'll slowly grow. Like you said, you got 100, so now you can make it YouTube / Adam Degi.
Something I don't know. I probably have a better chance of
Then it's a lot easier to
doing
find
something
and
on
do.
TikTok if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I know, right? TikTok.
YouTube
That's
is
the new one.
there's just so much shit there that's just at your fingertips on your phone now, man. It's wild. And
Well, that's why I don't get the link, because you can click it and it just pops right up. Like, why does it have to be playing right there in your feed? It literally like screws it
Well,
up.
people's attention spans are just so short now, and there's just, which, in reality, it's inarguably bad for live entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, first, television kind of killed the comedy boom or the golden era of stand-up comedy, and then once it was like Comedy Central, then that was even more of a blow. And it has its up and downs and still has like booms, and but it'll never be like it was in the 70s and 80s, or even the 90s. And then Netflix came around, and then that really, I mean, people you could just watch a comedy special on your phone.
I know.
Why would you leave your house if you didn't have to? That's how most people think. But I mean,
It is. It's
live entertainment in general, whether it's watching a band or watching stand-up comedy,
It's way
just
better.
so much better. I mean,
Way
you've got
better.
impromptu moments that you wouldn't.
Impromptu.
you wouldn't see anywhere else. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen, or
Yeah, you don't.
you know,
That's the
a
greatest.
musician. You know, a band. Every time they play a song, like I'm sure you guys want it to sound the same to a certain extent, but
Yeah. But when you play live, it's different.
yeah.
I would always play faster. Every time, and they'd be looking at me like,
The
you
shit you're just saying, you know, during the song or in between songs, and
yeah, just all the organic stuff that happens.
well, and just I mean, especially music. I mean, watching it live is so much better than I don't know who you'd have to be really into a band, I think, to even watch. You know, a concert on television or like a DVD like people used to. I've never done that. I've always music for me is always. I mean, you listen to music, but if you're watching it, you definitely want it to be live.
Yeah, like doing like Zoom comedy.
Oh Jesus! Dude. I did a
you do
show.
one?
I've done several. and
Have you done them?
Yikes!
Oh, you jumped
A
into
majority of them were free. I even did some stuff for like the American Cancer Society, which was
okay.
rough. But I've done a
Rough
couple.
crowd.
I've done a couple shows. I've done a few shows at like 3 p.m. for a group of realtors that were actually it was they paid kind of well because it was technically like corporate, but no, it's you're essentially talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Because the first one I did of those, I could at least see a few people. So, and I couldn't hear them, but you could see the reaction, which psychologically helped a little bit because you're like, oh, I can see them laughing. This last one I did, I couldn't see or hear anybody, and it was just me standing in my fucking dining room, talking to myself. I have no idea. These people could have got up and left their living rooms or wherever they were, and I would never know. You know.
So with all the online, you know, creating and stuff, and then you know doing Zoom fucking comedy shows and stuff. Would you say like the number one draft pick of your Degi Draft was like what was his strongest? Was it the content that he
Yeah, for
posted?
sure. So the guy who won this year, his name's Carl Sobel, and he's a comic from Grand Rapids. And he just, it's kind of the point now where like it used to be like, oh, not a lot of people were making videos, so it was like if you made a video, you're probably gonna get drafted high and possibly number one. Now everybody's making videos, and now it's like it can't even just be if you're just got your phone in front of your face in selfie mode and you're just talking shit or doing something stupid. It's probably gonna be funny, but I'm not gonna. This dude actually like.
What's his name again?
Carl Sobel.
Carl Sobel?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard my name.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Kids talking about me over here. Fuck. Putting all this goddamn work into a stupid online thing. And it's like, yeah, girls will be comedian.
I should have known, man. I should have fucking known. I'm like, why does he keep asking me to say his name? It's pretty easy to say. I mean, he's Polish, I think.
Put the cord on the other side.
I just want to know, like, we talked for quite a while.
Cut the music, Jesse.
No, keep it.
No,
just
keep
let it play the whole
We'll just
time.
let it go.
No, how long have you been down here, bud?
Oh, Jesse, I click his mic on too on the studio one there.
Oh my God! Didn't you tell me actually that you might come out here?
Yeah.
Is it the same one as last time?
Yeah,
I totally forgot. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I let it slip, and then I told Kyle, I was like, yeah,
I feel like I got punked. Yeah. I feel like he forgot about it a minute because then he brought it the draft back up.
Yeah. Damn, that worked out perfect.
Anyway, he actually, each one of his videos were like a sketch. They were well edited and super funny, and he made it happen.
Yeah.
If I knew he was gonna do this, though, I probably would have picked a black guy or something.
Yeah.
Any black guy will do.
Anyone, step on up.
Dude,
Step
that
on
belt is pretty sweet, though, man.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. That is legit.
That's custom.
Yeah, no, it's pretty hardcore.
Custom made.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't just order a Degi
Why not?
Draft
Why not?
wrestling belt.
Why not?
You have to
Did you
work.
craft it yourself, or did you have it?
No, my dad made it for me.
Did he?
Yeah. He made up for all the
Your dad's so
time
cool,
not
man.
being there.
He made up for that scooter. That,
Yeah,
that
my
you-
wooden scooter.
Yeah.
All the beatings.
Yep. Tons of them.
You're like, Dad, I forgive you for all the beatings.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. So we got the number 1 draft pick in the house.
Dude, as soon as that music cut in, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, man.
Joint time?
Sure.
Okay.
God.
Dude, that's awesome.
For a second, I was like, is the real Stone Cold here?
Yeah.
Dude, that would have been great. That would have been better, actually.
He
but,
just destroys everything.
Stone Cold, come on.
But you,
Pod,
like,
come
what?
on.
That'd be such a weird situation because you'd think it's so cool that like the real Stone Cold was here, but that he just broke everything in your
He
studio.
just broke everything.
You're like, hey,
stuns me.
I guess thanks for coming.
Chugs all my beer and then leaves. Like, yeah, I'd post it.
Literally crippled.
I'd
Still happy.
I'd post the shit out of that.
I
You know how
thought
many
this was
views
supposed
I
to
would
be
get?
fake.
Dude, the views would skyrocket, man.
Yeah, that would. It would. Yeah.
David,
So-
our cat, runs in. He just fucking shoots him in the head.
Eight-legged freaks.
That's right. Well, so did he make an appearance after that stupid movie he did or before?
I think it was after.
Because it was him and the dude
Oh, yeah.
the famous actor's son who did like Ocean's 11 and shit. He's done a few things. And I think, doesn't he do like that stupid Hawaiian, what's the fucking cop show called?
Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah. What is his name?
I don't know. I don't know
The
what you're
dude,
talking
with,
about.
his dad was in
He looks like a
fucking
Brock.
Scarface. I'm sorry, not Scarface.
Do you know what we're talking about,
Scarface
Jesse?
sucks. His son was in. I mean, the dude who did the David Arquette wrestling movie that was absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
His
David
dad
Arquette.
was in The Godfather. What's his name? Now I need to know.
Marlon Brando.
Jesse, can you look it up?
No, absolutely not Marlon Brando.
Oh, he's got
Brando's kid.
He got his phone. Still got his phone sitting out. I'm surprised we haven't had any technical interference with that thing.
You think it happens?
Oh, it does.
It probably gave me cancer.
It does. It
Yeah,
happened.
I've been afraid to just have my phone in my pocket lately. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just feels like my thigh gets hot.
It just gets hot.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does, though. Sometimes
Scott
your phone just like
Conn.
overheats.
Oh, James Caan's kid.
James Caan kid.
Oh, the guy from Elf.
Yes. I think is he dead?
Will
That's
Ferrell?
what you know him from? Yeah, it's so funny. I used to make jokes about how like people knew Mr. T from the AT&T or the 1-800 commercials.
That's
you know?
how I knew him.
It's like, no, dude, that's fucking
I
the
didn't
guy
watch
who fought Rocky.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the guy
It
from the
is.
A-Team.
Yeah, I learned that.
But now you wouldn't even, I mean, nobody even remembers 1-800 Collect, you know?
Yeah, because payphones are
How weird.
non-existent.
How weird is it that?
Is he dead?
Mr. T?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if James Conn
Yeah,
or
he
Mr.
is-
T are
is
alive.
he's dead. I think he's dead.
I don't know. We
Mr.
might have
T.
just killed him. He might be alive.
Oh shit. Is Trump alive? Trying to help.
This
you know?
dude, man. when I saw you come around,
Mr.
that,
T's still alive.
drapery
Oh, he
there
is?
with the belt and the glasses. Oh man, dude, you should have.
The belt and my glasses.
What does he do?
Yeah.
The DDT? No, that's Diamond Dallas.
Stone Cold Stunner.
The stunner, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about wrestling. Like literally, like, when he told me he's like, "Come in like Stone Cold," I was like, "All right." I googled.
Yeah,
Stone
no,
Cold.
we'd have
You're
to.
like, well, I guess I can't slam beers and chug them because it's
Yeah.
gonna go over everything.
we'd have
But
to
I'll
hit
bring
up
a
Mike
beer.
Bustler because I don't know shit about wrestling either. That's funny because I actually brought these. Didn't I give you some? of these
Awesome.
already?
Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you can get some though. Dude, I gotta get you these. So he,
I will. put
as the
those
number
up.
one pick in the 2021 Degi Draft, which is a very prestigious award.
It's a very
not
prestigious
only did I promise him he could fuck my wife and my mother every once, and I would offer my dad up, but he's dead.
Oh well.
But if I could tell you
2 out
where,
of 3.
I can tell you where, I can tell you where he's buried, and I mean,
Yeah.
you're welcome to go out there with a shovel. I mean,
Okay.
do
Yeah.
whatever you want to his corpse.
Do whatever you want.
But he got these custom cornhole boards from a dude who makes cornhole boards on the side in Grand Rapids. His name's Don
You can
Lumen.
fuck the cornhole board.
Yeah,
too, if you
dude.
would like.
Pretty big hole though. You're
Yeah.
not
I'm
gonna
make
hit,
a milking table.
not
out
gonna
of
hit
it.
a whole lot, but should probably be able to get you these next week, man. Those are pretty sweet.
And I'm excited. My girlfriend hates cornhole, so I told her
Who?
she's got.
Where is she? Is she a communist?
I don't know what her problem is. I think because she has very redneck like traits.
I feel like you would like cornhole if you're redneck.
Exactly.
Right.
I think it's too on brand for her.
Oh, one of those. She's like,
I don't know. Some people probably
too much than I already am.
Maybe she dated a dude who always just got like blackout and played cornhole with his buddies.
Oh,
Yeah.
that could be.
I did get drunk and pelted her with cornhole bags once. Just kept hitting her with them. So
You mean your ball sack?
yeah, yeah. That's what I call my balls.
That's what I call my
bag.
balls like.
I'm gonna fucking teabag your cornhole.
The corn bag.
I was at a bar Wednesday after my show, and like cornhole was on ESPN. And
Oh yeah, when it was,
Dude, those dudes are nuts.
oh yeah,
they are.
It's like triple bagger every time.
yeah, super athletic too.
Oh,
So
yeah, they look like Stone
they're
Cold.
among the best.
But I was next to Matt Cook, and he was like, I was like, hey Matt, you ever played cornhole?
Speaking of the opposite of athletic.
Yeah. You mentioned running, and he just had a heart attack.
He's already sweating. Yeah.
I mean, his last
He has
name
a
is
heart
his last
attack.
name is Cook. I mean, that guy
Yeah.
spends most of his time in the kitchen.
Hey, probably make a mean meal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
probably not.
probably
yeah.
not. We're talking
I-
pizza rolls here.
I
guys.
feel like I feel like he's using the microwave a lot.
Oh yeah. I think he just eats it cold. He just takes a
He's
can of
just
beans, bites it open.
Too lazy
Oh.
to. Every time I think about somebody eating a can of beans. You remember Dennis the Menace, the movie?
Yeah,
Do you know?
vaguely.
Yeah.
Do you, or are you
Yeah.
just
I
saying? that?
know the topic.
So, Christopher Lloyd of Back to the Future fame is like the villain in that movie, and there's a scene where he's like under a bridge and he like cracks open a big ass can of baked beans.
I
on like
think I
a
remember
on like
that.
a fire, and he's eating them out of the can, and that's what I always think of anytime I think of a can of beans.
I was gonna say because I always think of the neighbor.
Do you smoke pot?
Yeah.
The neighbor, wasn't it? The one that was always like, oh, such a menace. The guy with the big mustache and shit. Is that the guy that was in the movie that you're talking about? Because there's like two different movies. There's two like different Dennis the Menace.
I'm gonna
stages.
hit that twice, and I'm gonna be good.
But isn't
I like
there
this, man. How long does that take?
a fucking long time?
Really?
For me, yeah. I can't even grow it in on the sides like you. I've tried, or like you. Like it
Just
doesn't even
all
come
up
in as
front?
thick as yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, just right down here.
You
Same
said-
for you too, right? Yeah.
You said you weren't going to shave that till they said Trump actually did win, right?
Yeah.
No.
I like to think that your pubes are like just a mirror image of that.
they
exact
still
same
haven't
thing.
proved it yet. That's great.
What do you call that style?
Who's the?
I just tell my daughters it's
What
a
am-
beard because it's
who's
easy.
the- I'm thinking of somebody specifically that's the lead singer of a band. That is-
Anthrax, Scott Ian or Ian.
Scott Ian, really?
Scott Ian, he's got one of those neck
Really?
beards.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right, all the way down.
That's
way
probably who I'm
down.
thinking of. Yeah.
I
Yep.
thought you were trying to come up with a comparison there. I was like, I don't think I look like him, but
No, just the facial hair.
yeah, fucking Anthrax. He's not even the fucking lead singer or the main guy of that band, but he's the most well-known one.
Just because the facial hair, man.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
You're the most known member of this podcast.
I sure am. Why?
The beard.
It's because of the beard.
You gotta rename this thing Obscured State of Beard.
Obscured State of Beards. No, I mean, honestly, I'd probably get way more downloads because it'd be more of a niche market. You get all these people that are into like beards and shit, and then like want to start listening to like podcasts about like how to groom their beard.
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that have grown the longest beard.
I didn't even know that was
The
a
most
thing until
well
social media, where I
maintained
see
beards.
like, ads for like beard products and shit. Now you can put like all kinds of oils in them and stuff. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, dude, all kinds of stuff. Dude, there's I've only ever used this one. It's like a little, like kind of looks like wax at first, but you just kind of rub it around your fingers. Run
Cum?
through. No.
Dude, if your cum is like wax, man, that is
You're like
you gotta get that checked out. 'Cause
You're
that
like,
is thick.
you're like, fuck, he took it before me. That was a look on your face.
Dude. I don't.
Anyways, all that does is just it'll make it like just stay like a Scott Ian fucking beard. That's it. Come?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I use.
Right? I mean, why not?
Well, I recently learned that it's very popular among elderly to use cum as a like facial cleanser. Recently at a show.
Oh yeah. At that
That's
were you here when I was
yeah.
telling him about the retirement home? Yeah, that's what we were told, man. Some old lady was like,
I used to rub my husband's cum on my bags.
the bags under my eyes.
yeah,
Take care of them.
yeah, exactly. Clap for that.
Yes.
Christ, almost left my wife for that woman.
It's the pre-cum rejuvenizer.
Yeah, no shit.
You rub it on your earlobe.
It's like, is it worth when people compliment you on how great your skin is on your face that you have to tell them that I rubbed my husband's jizz all over my face to get it this way? Doesn't that just cancel out your face
Yeah.
looking great?
Yeah. I would
like-
say so.
I was gonna kiss you on the cheek, but I think I'm good.
I think I'm good on all that.
You know, her husband just started that rumor to her. He was
Oh
like,
yeah, it's total
Yeah,
bullshit,
well-
man.
Oh, you look great.
It's total bullshit. He was slipping her some kind of, skincare pill and then just making her rub his jizz on her eyes.
I have great skin, but just pink eye all the time.
Don't know where I'm
Ooh,
getting this
sorry, I
from.
accidentally fingered my butthole the last time before I gave you that shot glass of jizz.
So Carl, you went pretty fucking hard this year, though. You went pretty.
He
fucking,
went real hard with it, dude.
You
Like
went hard.
hard.
Yeah.
Like when you first start masturbating hard.
That
Can you
fucking
remember?
hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even think I know a lot of friends now that we're on the subject. I know a lot of friends who raw dog.
Yeah.
No, not sexually.
Like-
Everybody I know
Yeah.
does or wants to, but no, I mean like masturbating wise. They don't. Do you guys use lotion or anything?
Oh.
Can we talk about this on your podcast?
Yeah. You can talk about anything you want.
No, I 100%
Anything
raw
you want
dog.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're a dry guy too.
I'm a dry guy.
See, this is it's crazy to me.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, 'cause I just-
I mean,
I feel like there's got to
You've
be
never?
chafing.
you've never.
No, I certainly have. When I'm in a pinch, sure.
Like,
When I first started, because just thought I didn't know that was even an option.
Right.
Lotion to me at that point was just like something my mom used, to jerk me off.
super
Yeah.
bougie.
And super bougie. Oh, fancy. My dad kicks open the door. Ain't no son of mine gonna use no fucking lotion to jerk off. Fucking pansy boy.
Who the fuck is Johnson?
I know the first Johnson, but I don't know the second Johnson. You're gonna get a blood clot, boy. I don't know why my dad sounds like Mr. T. I pity the fool who jack off with lotion. Yeah,
that's good.
pretty boy. I think we can afford that. This ain't Hollywood. Go get some dirt.
Go get some dirt.
See, what do you do?
Go
You,
get
like
some
spit in
dirt.
your hand?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think before there was scar tissue build up, I'm sure it was.
Right.
I don't know if it's better after the scar tissue or worse, but
Yeah.
I gotta have something. Like I said, I mean, if occasionally I think just for like nostalgia, I will not use lotion. But yeah, for the most part, I gotta use it, man.
So part of my thing is depends on what you're jacking off to. Like if you're just doing it by memory,
Right.
or if like you're using
Occasionally.
your phone, if you're watching a computer, because I don't want to
Yeah,
get
that's
lotion
definitely
on
a
my
lot of
keyboard.
stages.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of this cleaner way.
Right.
In the long run.
I'm my laptop's kind of a piece of shit. I'm a pretty big phone guy, but
Oh. So your phone's slow, not your laptop.
Yeah. Everything. I do remember. I used to, because I would travel and do comedy, I would always drive to like a destination, then I would have like 2 hours before showtime. So I would want to sleep for like an hour after like an 8-hour drive or some shit. So I would have alarms set like, throughout the night. God knows what time, 6 p.m. and shit, because I'd wake up and then get ready for the show. So I would still have these alarms sometimes set and on, and I'd get home from the road. And I remember one time I was, God, I hope my wife doesn't watch this. She won't. But
How far are we in? Yeah.
I've got,
She's still.
I'm watching entertainment on my phone, and I've got the headphones in, and the shower's running, and I'm like standing outside the shower, and I'm just like, you know what, crank quick, and I remember like literally the second after like I ejaculated, one of the alarms went off, and I was like, buzzer beater. I am the Michael Jordan of jacking off.
Yes.
I was just laughing to myself very loudly.
Oh yeah.
I'm pathetic.
No time to relax after that one.
Nope.
So you quick cleanup.
Yeah.
Quick.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of
gotta get
standing
rid of it.
outside the shower or whatever. But
Right.
you guys don't masturbate?
What? All the time.
No, I mean,
When
I
I
think
was
it's
waiting
healthy.
for you-
I think
when I
you
was waiting-
psychologically. I think you
I
should,
mean, I
man.
really don't have to a lot. I mean, I've been in a relationship now for like 15 years.
Right. I mean, I don't, and I've been doing it significantly less because my wife
but
and I
I
are
was
trying to have
more
a baby.
dry,
and
I
stuff.
guess. Yeah, I mean, there's too much shit. You gotta have it all ready.
Look at
prepped.
it. Listen to this guy
Like you can't just
talking
boom.
down at us because we jack off.
No. Just being honest.
I've never felt emasculated by somebody with a chin beard.
He's just like,
And a Bud Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's, it clears your head. It's healthy.
dude, I tell you right
He's
now,
like, no, man, it clears your head.
I can
It's healthy."
almost guarantee you anybody that's ever carried out a mass shooting hadn't masturbated in the previous 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Or-
God knows I've thought about doing some terrible things, and then I, release the poison, and I'm like, nah, you
Yep,
don't need to do
squirt
that.
one out.
You don't got to do
He's
that.
like, Oh, okay. Everything's all right. Everything's gonna be all right.
I don't know why everybody always does the like squirt / fart noise for coming, because whose
I don't know.
jizz is it?
That's more of a queef sound, honestly.
Queef sound. Do
Yeah.
your best queef sound.
I mean, that was it.
I would
That's
honestly,
the queef sound?
I would appreciate if it sounded like that when I came.
Do an air fart queef sound.
An air. Wait, what?
Air fart queef sound with a little bit of rumble.
That's.
Like a,
Wow, that sounded like a really flabbed out.
Like a-
fucking-
Yeah.
one of those, like a door stopper thing. Wow, you're gonna lose listeners.
yeah. After that, are you sure?
You may gain a lot, actually.
Actually, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think so. No.
What's the significance of that pipe over there?
that? I don't know. Just look cool.
It does look cool.
I mean, it's really cheap though.
Do you put weed in that
Looks
or
cool.
tobacco?
You can put weed in it. You can put tobacco in it. Doesn't have a you're supposed to have like a little filter thing on the end. I mean, you don't need it, but you're supposed to put one on there, but it doesn't have one. Oh, just look kind of cool. I'll put it up there.
That's legit.
Yeah, it is legit, isn't it?
Yeah, the studio's a lot different than last time I was here.
Fuck yeah, it is. Last time you were here, it was way too much shit in here. Like we had a whole nother one of these tables was in this room.
Sex swing.
No,
Yeah, we fucked really hard during the.
in the
podcast, it was awesome.
In the podcast swing.
Yeah. So my skin's been so clear.
It was very obscured. Hey, do you guys want to answer some questions?
Let's do
like
it,
some,
man.
Some rapid fire questions.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, Jesse, you wanna?
Alright, everybody get ready for way too many questions.
All right. So I'm just gonna start with you. I'll start with you, and then I'll just go back and forth.
Bing bang.
What's your favorite food?
Nachos.
Burritos.
What's your favorite color?
Orange.
Red.
What's your biggest fear?
Man, that's difficult.
Carl?
Goof.
Being insignificant after death.
Insignificant.
There you
after
go.
death.
I'm just gonna. I guess podcasts.
When's the last time you took shit?
This morning, twice.
This morning, twice.
An hour ago.
An hour ago.
I'm a big fan of post coffee shits.
Drunk or high?
High right now.
What would you rather be?
Oh.
Fucking
I think
home.
high, man.
Oh, definitely high.
Anal or vaginal?
I've done both. I find that most women, at least, are into vaginal over anal. But I have done anal. First time, terrible experience. Second time, great experience.
Anal, I don't have a vagina.
Good answer.
Would you rather be eaten by zombies or suck 5 dicks in a row?
Whew. I mean, I don't think it's... I'm comfortable enough with my sexuality to say that I would suck 5 dicks over dying.
Yeah, definitely the 5 dicks.
Your house, her house, or neither when you lost virginity?
Her house. And I think I put the condom on backwards if that's possible.
Damn, inside out.
Yeah.
Her house?
My
Because
house.
it was
Your
a
house.
terrible experience.
How old are you?
29. No, I was... in high school, I think I was 17?
I think like 20.
That's hot.
You
Yeah.
lying?
Hmm?
You lying?
No, I honestly think that it was the summer between my junior and senior year. I think it was actually kind of all my friends were like fucking when they were 11. You know, mainly uncles, but
Just the cool
I want to
ones.
ask this one question because we didn't get to it. But if you're shipwrecked, but you have all human needs, so you have everything you need to survive, what 2 extra items do you want with you? Right? So you got like you're gonna survive. You're kind of
I mean, clearly we don't have Wi-Fi or cell service, right?
like like clearly. Like
So
you
the
don't need that to survive. We're talking
So-
like bare stuff. Like you have fire, you have heat, you have a source of food,
Water, obviously.
water. Like you can survive. You have to go do it. But what 2 extra things do you want? Man. You have tools to go do it. You have fishing poles.
I don't even think that it would be like
Nobody's thought this in depth. Dude.
substance. I don't think that I would want booze or weed.
No,
It'd have to be like a food item, I think.
a food item.
Like something specific.
You don't want to just survive off the fucking local fish or whatever that's there.
No, that sounds
I say local fish.
that
I
sounds
was-
terrible. I don't know, man. God. Maybe it sounds real corny, but like maybe a picture of a loved one.
A picture of a loved one.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I'm gonna be alone for who knows how long?
you want to see like another human?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind like a naked picture of Rihanna or something. Or
Right.
just crank it dry like you
Just
fucking
crank
weirdos
it
do.
dry. Just crank it dry.
So I took this as like we're never getting saved. So I'm gonna
That's
do
what I'm
like-
thinking. Yeah,
yeah.
so I want to see the face.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
You're never getting saved.
So I'm doing like 6 pounds of heroin. Yeah,
6 pounds.
6 pounds.
6 pounds of
You
heroin.
gotta have enough to last
Yeah, well, because
for a while,
that way I can like enjoy it and then
Could the
just
human
overdose.
body-
and then just overdose.
And then
Yeah,
'cause
I don't
want to live another 40 years.
I don't
just-
think the human body
Why
can
not?
get through that much.
What if you
heroin
got
without dying.
proficient? What if you got proficient at what you're doing? Like you're proficient at getting the food and surviving. You would, but you have. That's like kind of your job now is to get your
It'd be
shit.
boring.
Too boring for
I'm
you?
never surviving, so it's like, why even? I mean,
Really?
I'm done. I'm gonna. Like, I mean,
Dude, actually, you know what? You know what I would want?
Hmm.
I would want just a phone, something I could listen to music.
Something you can listen to music.
Yeah.
So you want music? Music,
Yes.
and what was the other thing you said?
I mean, it would have to be something to charge that device.
Oh.
But where's the power source?
let me pose this question: if you were on a desert island and you had the option of like having a phone where you could contact people, but they will never be able to like be
Respond.
by you. No, they can respond, but like you'll never like you can just text. That's it. Would you want that option, or would you just want to be cut off?
Ooh.
Do you want that like lingering hope?
It would be pretty fucking terrible though if you were like constantly talking to somebody but knew they
Your
could never
wife's
see
like,
you.
yeah, Carl came over again today, and I can't walk.
Well,
You're like, I caught some fish.
First of all, let's not just
I
assume
can't
that because I can contact somebody, I'm going to be calling my wife.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That was stupid.
I'm going to call all the girls I never slept with and be like, hey, listen, I'm probably never going to make it back. What if I do? Anal?
yeah. I was asked this question and kind of want to try out this other thing a little
Because
bit
if you
more.
know you're never going to see him anyway, what's the matter if you knew that person well
Yeah.
or loved him,
Yeah, dude.
You could shoot all the shots
All
and it
of them.
wouldn't matter,
It wouldn't matter.
They'd be, she's not going to be like, he said some really terrible things, but I mean, he's fucking on a desert island,
Deserted.
Is that where we're at?
He's just fucked. It's just fucked. Like, well, he's not fucked because he's surviving. But he's just
I don't know if I would want to.
How would they even know though?
the Castaway thing? I honestly, it sounds
Castaway. That was a good movie.
It sounds very morbid, but if I was just, first of all, there's no way I'm gonna like assemble a raft out of a bunch of trees and
Fuck,
shit like he did.
no.
I may cut myself and like make a volleyball into a fuck toy like he did. Because let's be honest, he was
Dude, what
fucking
was
that
it, man?
volleyball,
Was it
dude.
Hank or Wilson?
Wilson. Yeah, no, his last name was Hanks. He was
no.
fucking the shit out of that volleyball
Hanks
for
wins.
sure.
Hanks. He names it Hanks.
but
like,
I
that's just the
think-
inside joke.
I think at
And
some point I
everybody
would
knows.
probably I would give up and just be like, I'm jumping off this cliff.
Really?
That's what the heroin
Just
was
gives up.
for.
I just
Yeah. That's
can
what
you?
said.
I mean, God, I can't even imagine a life without cheese.
I fucking hate cheese.
Are you lactose intolerant?
No. I just
You don't like cheese? I wish you'd have told me this before I
I only
agreed to do the podcast.
Yeah. I eat cheese.
Do you,
I
is
eat
it like, do you have
on
an ex
stuff that
from
is-
Wisconsin that
No.
cheated or something?
No, I just don't like the taste of it. I'll eat it like on pizza
Right,
because that's what it comes.
But
on.
you would
It
never
comes with-
like
I'm not
just
gonna like
break
add
out some cheese and eat it with
no.
crackers.
No,
Really?
fuck that.
That's weird, dude. That's one of the most anti-American things I've ever heard.
Yeah,
that's
that's what
almost
most
as
people
bad as
say.
his girlfriend not playing cornhole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She at least eats cheese.
She's a communist, but at least she's
Yeah.
not a fucking socialist.
Yeah. Fucking
This non-cheese eater.
fucking cheese dodging pussy over here.
She at least eats cheese, man.
Yeah, it would suck, man. I don't know. I mean, I guess I would keep hope alive, but I mean, that's why even when I think of like doomsday preppers, these major doomsday preppers and shit, what is the if everybody else is dying and it's just you and your family, then what? So you're gonna have to fuck your family to reproduce? Is that what the goal is?
Ooh.
Or
Yeah.
or like why would you want to be the I don't
Do
want to
you
be
want
the
to do
last remaining family?
Do you want to?
Or like
Is that what you
to
would
be
do?
relied on to like carry on civilization?
Would you do that?
bang
if
my
you guys-
family?
Yeah, if you're the last one.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm
to
not
carry
again.
on.
I'm the guy who dies like within
You're
the
gonna
first
die.
3 hours of
Fuck
the
it.
apocalypse or the.
But what if
whatever?
What if you went to die? You're like, I'm just gonna go over here and die, and then you didn't.
yeah,
Like
just
you're like the last.
you
one.
just you. Yeah, I could see me like going around, just like hiding behind a corner, just lying down, like they're gonna eat
Fuck
me.
it.
These zombies are gonna kill me or whatever's happening, and then just it never happens. So then I wake up the next morning like, God damn it. But yeah, no, I don't want to be the one of the last remaining people alive. No, I'll die with everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to like make a fire.
Well, that's the thing people like don't think about. Like, I mean, I guess I feel like you hit up like every single store. Maybe you probably have enough to like survive for
And
the
I-
rest of your life.
I
guess.
understand
but
the-
like shit ain't being produced no more. Like, where's the running water coming
Right.
from?
And I
Where's
understand the
you know-
mentality of like my family before everybody else to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But then it's just like, but now what? If
Now
it's
what?
just,
Yeah, what?
no
Exactly.
thanks, man.
I don't know.
No thanks. But some people.
But
are
here
doing
I
it.
am thinking about like buying land in the UP and then eventually just like putting something on that
Like a bunker?
land. No, not a bunker. That'd be probably way too expensive to fucking dig out. But that would be nice to have one.
Mm-hmm.
But like just putting like a piece of, like we'll start out with like a really nice like RV that we'll bring up there, and then eventually we'll have one we leave there. Just go up there and just like live more simply.
Well, it sounds like you want a cottage. That's not really a
Yeah.
You want to go
doomsday scenario.
No.
go
No, I'm
cook
saying
some
like
meth?
I'm talking. Yeah, go cook some meth. I'll probably have a really huge.
Every
clientele.
RV in the UP is for meth cooking. Like,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
the only reason to go to the UP.
I'll have my own blue shit. My own shit. Fuck
That
yeah.
blue crystal.
Well, no, just talking about like
Excluding yourself or like living
just
off the
more
land
like,
or
just more like doing for yourself, which
being
you're
off the
like,
grid.
which
Yeah,
you're like,
I get that.
Fuck that. Like I don't want to do that. To where I'd be like, well, fuck,
Avoiding
I
society
I
and
really don't
people.
have any more responsibilities besides just making sure I'm good on my shit. I got my food, I got whatever.
yeah,
That's what I got to do, and then.
that I understand.
But then, yeah, you would run into that probably, like, where you're just totally excluded from everybody. And then you start running into, like, fuck, I've never seen another person. I don't know how your psyche would fucking handle that.
That would actually be, in the event of a zombie apocalypse, would be a good place to be, the UP, and then they could just like barricade the bridge, and you'd be
Don't
just
you
good
think
over.
so?
it.
like
Barricade the
to
bridge.
the west.
But then
there's,
you got
like, that whole
Wisconsin.
state.
No, we don't gotta. But the
But
people
that's
in
one less state you got to take
the
care
people
of.
in Wisconsin are going to be fat
guess.
zombies.
Oh yeah,
So they're going to be slow enough to just stiff arm and like avoid it. We don't even have to worry about people
We're
coming.
not
from that
separated
direction.
from Canada, like, completely, are we? Like, up in the UP?
No, the UP
No.
is a complete island in
Yeah,
my mind.
It's just, like, up there.
Maybe I'm thinking of Mackinac. Listen,
Well, that's
it
what I'm
doesn't
saying. We
really
still got
matter if
fucking-
I know what I'm talking about or not.
You
The
know
bottom
what?
line is, it'd be
You
a
know
good
what?
place to set up
Mackinac
shop
would
in
be
the
the
event of
easiest
a
spot
zombie
to build a
apocalypse.
wall to.
I've actually driven
It's the
from the
shortest.
UP to Wisconsin, so I've made that drive. I've never
the
gone to
shortest.
Canada from the UP, but
I don't know.
I mean, there's less people, is what is the thought that went into it. It's wild that there's people that live up there that have never even been over the bridge.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
proud of
Down
that
here?
shit.
Yeah. Really?
There 100% is.
Because I run into a lot of people. I mean, shit. I just went over the bridge, like, what was it, last year or something? But I hear a lot of people down here, but I guess I
It's
didn't
crazy
think about
to
the
hear about,
opposite.
man, because that's not even like a financial thing necessarily. Like, you could find a way to
Just drive over the
go
bridge and back.
somewhere. Like, there, I heard the student in the break room talking to them, and he was talking about how he's literally been to Michigan City, he said, in Indiana. And like that's the furthest he's ever traveled. And this dude probably makes, I'm assuming at least, between 40 and 50K a year, which isn't a good living, but it's
You can travel.
you could go to Wisconsin, bud.
Yeah.
That's the definition of like these people who live in a box and just only ever know one place and
We're driving
certain
around
beliefs
up
and-
there. They got like target practice in the front lawn and shit. Like literally, they're all out there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm driving by. I'm like, yo, like here they are, like out there.
Yeah,
It's
there's
crazy.
essentially no laws up there.
It's crazy, but it's cool though. Cool.
Yeah.
What's not cool about it?
Like a cop would pull over and be like, "Have you been fucking your sister?" And he'd be like, "Yes, officer." And he'd be like, "Is she 18?" "Yeah, that's fine. As long as she's of age."
Carry on there. So, do they wear the fucking hats up there?
Stormy
some-
Chromers.
For some reason,
The hats.
the fucking hats.
The Amish
like
hats?
The fucking hats. Like no, the cops.
Oh, like
No, like
a
Indiana?
Mountie hat.
Yeah, like Indiana. Doesn't it seem like they should in the UP? They should
I
have
feel
like
like
these
they're-
hats, like these big brim.
almost.
Indiana,
like a
they wear those,
Canada
right?
thing.
The state
The
troopers.
Mounties
Is that what they're
like-
called?
in Canada.
Oh, they have like large brimmed hats.
From all the movies I've seen, yeah. I mean,
No, they do that in Indiana. I know that because I've seen them on the side of the highway. They're getting out of their fucking state, or I think is it the state troopers there? Might be. I don't know.
they all suck.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Oh, you think all of them suck?
Yeah,
They stink.
All of them that wear the wide brim hat for sure.
Yeah.
that's
But
yeah.
you can just chalk them up right away. Nope. Nope.
It's like the hat that Curious George's owner wore.
Dan,
Oh
That's what his
yeah.
name is?
Did he had a big wide brim hat too, huh?
man in the yellow hat.
Yeah.
And he was fucking that monkey. I think it's pretty obvious.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I know.
You know. So.
I talked to the guy
You did?
right before he got locked up.
Did he ever get a fucking? Was that his name? Man in the yellow hat. The fuck was his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, how shitty
Really?
is your personality if that's how people reminded of you or describe you?
The man in the yellow hat.
Yeah.
It's like how you describe, like, yeah, that guy roofied people. Which one? Oh, that guy in the yellow hat.
Yeah.
That's
No.
100%.
We honestly have got to the point though where people are like, I was describing a guy from work, and nobody knew who I was talking about, and I was like, he's always wearing like a gray mask. Oh, I think I know. Describing people by their mask.
Mm-hmm.
For one, that's just wild that we've been wearing masks that long, and for two, like,
Yeah. No shit.
clearly that guy could, be cooler.
Yeah.
Then people would just remember him by things other than this dumb mask.
Dude, I was Googling something the other day about something with a mask. I forget actually what I was Googling, but the funny thing is that came up was
Anime porn?
no, it was It was somebody talking about when you sneeze, do you sneeze with your mask on or off? I was like, isn't that the fucking point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is kind of the point
Like-
to stop stuff, but
like,
I mean,
holy
if I'm not
shit.
around people, then you don't want to sneeze in the mask.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, no, that's
But-
totally
but
acceptable.
around
but-
people, it's supposed to, catch body fluids.
I make my girlfriend give me her mask. I sneeze in it. I give it back to
Give
her.
it back to her.
Yeah.
Here, have this.
Yes.
So this is what respect looks like.
Read it.
Yeah.
That's almost like a borderline facial.
If only.
It's a borderline. Borderline.
They say a sneeze is like 1/10 of an orgasm.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Is it? 1/10.
That's why I'm always throwing pepper at my girlfriend during sex. Like, this is the closest you're going to get.
That's hot. Yeah. Enjoy this, because you won't be enjoying much else.
What's that
No.
feather for? Oh, you'll see.
You'll see. Sneeze, bitch. And then when first time she sneezes, she clenches up real hard and you just give way.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh. No, wasn't. No. That didn't go according to plan.
No. So I heard when you sneeze, your heart stops as well.
Yeah, because I heard of you sneeze like a bunch of times
Really?
in a row. It's
Sneeze
be
like,
quite
I wonder
annoying,
what the
that's for sure.
maximum sneeze limit is.
It's got to be high, man, because I used to, knock on wood, I don't know how bad it's going to be this year, but I got like terrible spring allergies, pollen and shit. And now I'll sneeze like literally like 15 times in a row sometimes.
15 times
That's
in
wild.
a row.
Legitimately.
Holy shit. You
Yeah.
lightheaded afterwards? I mean, it's got to cut off oxygen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're,
Hard as fuck.
oh, God.
Yeah, that's
so hard.
50% of an orgasm.
50%?
Oh, holy shit.
really?
Wow.
I just made that up.
No.
I was going to say, I like how
You looked it up. I was
throughout
like,
this
what?
whole thing, he didn't look anything up.
Yeah, he's
you
like,
know what?
He's got the orgasm thing. He's like, wait, what?
No, I just know that.
He's got his hand on the mouse like this, like, yep. I'm
Learn
like,
from experience.
He's over there snorting pollen. Come on.
come on, give me some. No, dude, fuck that. I got terrible spring allergies too.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Terrible. Oh, it's the worst when you look like Mike Tyson after Mike Tyson fucked you up. My eyes and shit just
Oh, yeah.
puffy, just fucking from water and ugh, it's the worst.
I used to have like prescribed eye drops and nasal spray and shit, man.
Yeah, I used to go get a fucking just my mom. Well, that was when I was with my mom. We had fucking good insurance. I just go get like a shot every month.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was an option, probably because I was poor. You privileged fuck.
Yeah.
Luckily, my parents
Privileged.
just didn't raise me as a pussy. So I just,
You just toughed
went
him out.
outside.
You just toughed him out.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to sneeze with your
You're
dad's
a-
dick in your mouth.
Yeah. You don't want to clamp down too hard.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
You don't want to get grounded.
It's all right. And he made you that bell, so he made it for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's on the. Sobel family tradition, just sucking dick and making belts.
Sobel family tradition.
Sucking dick and make. That's
one
I'd like
cool
to see
belt.
that.
It's one cool
That's
belt.
the commercial for like a line of leather belts. It's a family tradition.
Yep, we make dick belts now. Come get yours. They
making
got like
belts.
taluses on them and shit.
Yikes!
Check out the cowboy line.
A line of David Carradine belts. These are so strong they can hold a human body.
Next year we have the release of the Robin Williams.
Oh no!
Oh,
I can say that I have a Robin Williams quote tattooed on my arm.
They're
so
like,
it's fine.
this,
oh yeah, I can say that.
this line is a little shaky, but
We're gonna throw it out there.
no, he's an idol of mine too, man. I've watched the there's like a Showtime documentary I've watched probably 3 times.
Oh, I saw the HBO one is amazing. I don't know if that's the one.
I think that is the one I watched. Showtime HBO.
Yeah, yeah. It was funny because I have the tattoo of his quote, and I hadn't seen the documentary. And I watched it, and the very last clip in that documentary is the quote that I have.
Really?
What's the
And
quote?
It's you're only given a little spark of madness, and if you lose that, you're nothing. So it's like I think that's I really like that quote.
Yeah.
And like it's misquoted.
Obviously, you have it
fucking
tattooed.
Yeah,
Blow up.
yeah.
Oh, that
It
dude
was-
was
it's
awesome.
misquoted fucking everywhere, and it's like such an easy thing to find. But like everywhere on Pinterest, like people have it. It's like you're only given a spark of madness, you mustn't lose it. Like
Oh,
that's not as hard hitting.
That's
No,
not what he
it's not.
said. You
No.
fucking morons.
yeah, it's not.
But no, he was amazing.
At least twice a year, I'll just YouTube the clip of like 2 of the conversations between him and Matt Damon and Good Will Hunting, and I'll just have a good cry. You know.
Yeah.
I just made my girlfriend watch that. She'd never seen it. I was like, you need to see Good Will Hunting. It's
Wait, what?
great. Yeah.
All right, so you're telling me this girl that you are currently dating, 1, doesn't like cornhole.
Yeah. I know.
Doesn't like cornhole.
2, hadn't watched Good Will Hunting.
Hey, does she
Yeah.
like horseshoes?
No.
She must do anal.
You know what's
I'll say that
fucked?
much.
She doesn't like any of this hillbilly shit, but tomorrow is her birthday. I'm taking her to a farm to pet a cow.
What?
That's what she wanted for her birthday. She's like, I want to pet a cow.
Oh.
So, first of all, when did Ben Moffitt start living on a farm?
You won the Degi Draft.
I love
number
that guy.
2, and he was like,
He's
fuck
a-
it.
he-
Yeah, he's number
I
2.
can make fun of him for being big because he played division.
So
I
why was he
football,
number
and
2?
he could crush me. With
So why
one
was
hand.
Ben Moffitt number 2?
Because I associate shit with number 2. No, he put out some really good content as well. Only second to Carl. Some real funny stuff. He didn't just bullshit around and just get drunk or try to finger my wife. He
Like
made good
bartending
content, man.
videos.
It was edited well. It was funny. I thought. I think he was deserving of number 2. I don't know. There's probably debate amongst.
There's a big
Draftees
debate.
and-
Yeah.
I think we had number 3. Who was number 3? Carl?
Kate.
This like bitch named Kate Carmody.
Yeah.
I hate her so much. Our podcast is coming out soon.
Huge cunt. She's a huge cunt. It's called I Hate Her So Much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that what you just repeat?
Yeah, I just keep saying I hate you so fucking much.
And then
And
she
she
has
thinks
a
the
line.
microphone's on. Her microphone's off.
You know what's
completely.
funny, dude? Is I didn't realize she was from Wisconsin, and I always was like, she's kind of got like a,
She's from Wisconsin.
making a murderer accent. And then turns out she's from Racine, and I always, when I think of Racine, I think of the movie The League of Their Own, because one of the women's baseball teams was the fucking Racine, whatever.
So what's the podcast called?
Just Kate and Carl show. Or no, Carl and Kate show. My name's first.
Oh, Vain.
It's got to be, dude.
It's very
Yeah.
vain.
On
mean-
the logo, her name is bigger.
You got to let her know you're superior.
Yeah.
Right there. Right there. Well, you recorded at your house?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your name's first.
She doesn't even fucking have a car. So
You don't even have a car.
she doesn't have a car. So
You don't have a
I have to
fucking
pick
car.
her up to record.
It's fucking my name
She's the
first.
best, though, man. She's super fucking
Still, it's
funny.
vain. It's going for your name. She's like,
Yeah.
yep, this is it.
No, Kate's the fucking shit.
I've heard so many people like make fun of that. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna start your podcast. We're gonna call it the Carl and Kate show. Yeah, let's see if it picks up." Steve, like, who the fuck is Carl and Kate?
Yeah.
Or who the fuck is anybody? That's why they were saying like, did you have another name in mind that wasn't Carl and Kate?
No.
that was something other than names?
No, because
No?
we just started recording. We're like, oh fuck, we need a name for this, and then we were just like, Carl and Kate podcast. We're like, podcast is stupid, so we just hit show in it instead.
Show.
Yeah,
Yes.
but we didn't even put it out. We recorded like 8 episodes, but they're only like 20 minutes because we were like, podcasts are too
It's very
long.
consumable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just put it on.
And like none of my friends are gonna listen, but she has so many friends that like love her comedy and vote for her to win every competition she's ever been in.
Must be nice.
So
How did she end up here?
Must be nice.
She's from Wisconsin. Do you have any idea?
witness protection? She was she witnessed the Stephen Avery murder, and she
probably
rolled
was-
on him.
She's probably an accomplice.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's get on that stage everywhere. Witness protection.
yeah. She tricked Brendan into admitting to it.
Dude, is that kid still locked up?
Oh yeah,
Because I remember people started like a GoFundMe to get him like tickets to the WrestleMania, and that had to be like 2 years ago.
just a
3 years
rub in
ago.
his face. Like you could have went.
Dude, there's no way.
Yeah, we'll call.
even if
oh man, you see it raised enough. Yeah,
even if
like,
that
could've
dude
went.
legitimately helped, he was just too, for lack of a better word, stupid.
Yeah.
To not.
Basically, he needs to get out of jail and start wrestling as the Peanut Butter Falcon.
Dude, that's a great movie.
Oh, I know. I loved it. Cried during it.
Which movie?
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Nope, never seen it.
It's a phenomenal movie.
Shia LaBeouf is a great actor.
Oh, LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Is that how you really say it?
I believe so.
Is it? Because I always said that and laughed like LaBeouf.
Did
Like,
you
yeah,
see
right.
that
LaBeouf?
the kid went on stage with him at like the Oscars that year? or
Yeah, it was
whatever?
like Oscars.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, because he like the kid was having like trouble, like kind of speaking.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He got really.
And he
Cause,
kinda
like,
helped him out.
Really,
Yeah,
Shia
and
is great, man.
Shia-
He kind of gets a bad rap because he's kind of in a train wreck at times, but that dude's awesome.
he's got fucking like he definitely has mental disorder. or
Dude, if you
something.
grew up the way he did,
Yeah. But the dude that guy can act like a motherfucker.
he can act.
Who?
He
Shia.
Can, he can.
Oh,
probably-
Shia.
Yeah.
It's been the whole time about Shia LaBeouf.
He fucks
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
I can almost
He fucks
guarantee
hard.
it.
He's kind of in trouble for that right now.
Yeah.
He got a full chest tattoo for a movie that wasn't even that good. Did you see that?
No.
This movie called Tax Collector. He had a
Tax
giant
Collector?
tax collector.
Tax collector.
And he's got like this giant chest tattoo of his mom and dad. Like he looks like Danny Trejo now. He's got this like huge chest tattoo, and he's like, it was for a role. It's like that's just there now.
That's dumb.
Yeah, that's-
Don't they have like temporary shit for that?
Of course they do.
Come on.
he's
What
the
fuck?
same dude that like had his teeth ground down for that movie Fury. It's like you're in a tank. You don't need to have fucked up teeth just for a movie. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna do it.
Nah, man.
Yeah, he's nuts, man.
Fuck doing that in post.
Yeah.
So you guys believe in paranormal stuff?
Yeah.
You?
I personally have never thought that I saw something, but I do believe some people that, are close to me that say they have. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I mean,
you-
I got no reason to believe somebody would lie to me.
So you've never like experienced anything yourself?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
How about you, Carl?
Yeah, I'll lean towards believing in it, but I mean, not all the way. It's
Oh yeah.
He thinks it's bullshit.
it's
He
super
thinks it's
fucking
bullshit.
bullshit. Just because I listened to this podcast and you're like super sad when people say no,
Yeah.
so I don't want you to.
Oh, that's why you're saying that.
Yeah.
No, I know. I had somebody come on here that said the same thing. They're like,
Yeah.
I kind of do, but they're just like, because everything that gets put out, like the ghost adventures and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it just makes it seem like it's too like fucking fake.
Yeah.
So they just have a hard time believing it.
Right.
That's why I ask if you ever had anything experienced to you, because I feel like it's almost your only way you're gonna like kind of go tip the scales to be like, yeah, I believe it. But I don't know. But what are the stories that you heard? Can you say any?
I did. I never saw anything, but I heard something.
You heard
Well,
something.
I heard something, and I take it back. I may have saw something.
Yeah. No,
All right,
I'm actually
Jesse.
that jogged my memory. I do believe it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you the quick story that what happened to me.
Okay.
So I lived with a stepdad like the last few years of high school, and the first years I lived in the house, he had an unfinished basement. It was kind of creepy for whatever reason.
Jesse, it's What the Fuck song.
Weird noises and crazy shit, you know? And so later, this unfinished basement turned into a finished basement, and my bedroom was in the basement. And my bedroom was like in the middle of the basement, so there's no windows. So it would be pitch dark, you know.
So you're in the middle of this basement.
Any time of the day, if the
Can be
lights
complete
aren't
pitch
on,
dark.
it's pitch dark. So I would go to, you know, my buddies and I would stay up to like 4 a.m, sleep till fucking 2 in the next afternoon because there was no lights,
How old were
no
you?
window coming through. At this point, I'm in high school still. So this is in the summer.
Oh, okay.
When
All right,
obviously
high school.
that I don't
Okay,
have to be
summer,
up.
Yep. All right.
So anyway, my bedroom is in the middle of the basement, no windows or doors, and then at the end of the basement there's another room and then like a slider door going out into the backyard, which would occasionally be locked. Sometimes it would be open depending on whatever happened. And so years after I graduated, maybe 2 years after I graduated, at the time I must be like 19 or 20, my mother still lived with my stepdad. But at this point, they had moved the master bedroom also into the basement. So there used to be like when you'd come in through the garage, walk down the steps into the basement, and you'd walk through the doorway, and there's just a big opening. And essentially what the living room is now in this new finished basement living space. And that first living space, that was the living room, you'd walk through that to get to my bedroom in the middle and the other room. And so now this entire space has turned into their bedroom, which I think they just wanted it downstairs. It was cooler in the summer or whatever.
Yeah.
Less hot. And, you know, he had his fucking water bed and whatever in the corner. So you would have to, if I came back to visit or whatever and I still had shit in my room or I still slept in there, I would have to walk through what was basically his bedroom to get to my room now, unless
Right.
the slider on the other end of the basement was open. So one night, I didn't even, or maybe I told him I was in town, or maybe I didn't, I can't remember, but I came home late and I wanted to just pass out in my room. So I come through the garage where you get through the door to walk down the steps into the basement. And as soon as I'm like in the house, I can hear this terrifying noise. Like it's loud enough for me to hear it, but apparently not loud enough to like wake anybody else in the house up. And I know
What's the
something.
sound?
It's like, it almost sounded like grunting or something, but like it's something it was a sound like I had never heard before, but it was terrifying. Like it gives me goosebumps now just thinking about it.
Wow.
And I'm hearing this noise, and as I get closer to the basement, the louder it gets. And I had already tried to get through the slider on the other side of the house so I could just go straight to my room, but the slider was, of course, locked.
Oh.
So I get down
So anti-romantic.
into the basement, and it had been long enough that I can't remember where the light switch is, right? And so I'm just like reaching around the wall trying to hit the light switch, and I can't hit it. And all I can see is just like the illuminated light from the alarm clock my stepdad had on his bed. And then as I like get further into the basement, I see the silhouette of my stepdad just pounding my mother. Oh. He was fucking the shit out of her.
Just this grunt.
Yeah,
That's what I made. That's what's the grunt sound.
that's it. Yeah, my stepdad was banging my mom.
That's some paranormal shit.
Yeah, it is. Parent normal.
Paranormal.
Son of a bitch.
Normal for them.
I was like, all right, this is a very long story. There's no goddamn way he saw a ghost.
No, I told you. I definitely
That's
did
why I
not.
kept looking
I
at him.
definitely did
I'm
not, but
like-
I legitimately, I've tried to block it out of my memory, but I'm pretty sure like I at least like I didn't walk in on him, but like I was gonna go downstairs and I heard them having intercourse, and I was like, ooh boy, think I'll drive back tonight.
We're gonna go out back upstairs.
I'm gonna get another buzzer beater in real quick.
Gross. Ooh, another buzzer beater.
Yikes. Anyway, I jogged your memory. What's your
No, yeah,
Terrible.
actually, so I did one day. I work at this like factory kind of over on like in Grand Rapids, and I worked with my dad.
Kinda
So
over in Grand Rapids.
yeah, well, because the 3 people that listen to this definitely don't know where Grand Rapids is,
Right.
So,
That's true.
but I used to ride to work with my dad.
Shout out to my homies in Australia.
whatever. So, fuck Steve Irwin. No, I get to work with my dad.
Go Stingrays.
Yeah. I stuck it to him. We would be the first ones there. So we would like turn off the alarm, open up, like all that. So we walk in the door, haven't turned off the alarm yet, and we just hear this like scream, like it sounds like chains dropping and then like a howling scream, like briefly for like 3 or 4 seconds.
Really?
And I look at my dad and he's just like pale faced looking down at me, and he's like, "You didn't just hear that, did you?" I was like, "Yeah," because it sounded like it was coming from the mezzanine upstairs. And I was like,
Really?
so we turn the lights on, we walk around, like there's nothing, but like there's no explanation. Like there's no reason that sound should have been coming from there. It's like all cardboard boxes and stuff up there. There's nothing. It was like this like chains dropping and screaming. And it was
Really?
yeah, and like we told people at work, and they were like calling us stupid and shit, and like to this day, like I still have no
Call
clue.
us stupid
Yeah,
and
they're
shit.
like, "Oh,
You're
you fucking
stupid,
idiots,
man.
You idiots." Yeah, we're
So
Fucking idiot.
You didn't walk in on your
No,
dad fucking
he was
around.
not fucking my mom that time. No.
That's creepy, man. That's God. That's the shitty. It's got to be the shittiest part if you see and hear something that you just know nobody's gonna believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. That's the hardest part. That's what it's like. Fuck, who's gonna believe this? And they, are you stupid, man?
Well, it's like
You're
You
stupid,
fucking dumb asshole.
dumbass.
it's like you go to that I went to that asylum up in Traverse City, that old asylum. They turned it like there's a bunch of stores and shit in it now, but they give
Oh,
tours.
yeah.
Like this is haunted, and they'll take you in the like basement where
Right.
they used to transport people.
Right.
And they were like, yeah, we'll turn the lights off and take your cameras with the flash on, and you'll see orbs. It's like all these people just taking pictures. It's just dust. Like they're trying to force these apparitions and shit. I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Orbs, all that kind of stuff is
But
really
the
fucking
guy
hard.
did show me a photo that like, man, if this 80-year-old man did the Photoshop on it, hats off to him. But he showed me a photo from the outside looking into the asylum, and these windows are like 15 feet tall.
Yeah.
And the first 10 feet has like plywood on it because it was during Reconstruction. He's like, so this was taken on an off day. Nobody was there. And then like you can just see above the plywood, like just this like clean cut, like 1950s looking guy. Just
Really?
kind of like looking out the window.
That's
I'm like,
weird.
dude, if he photoshopped that just
That's
to fuck
very
with people,
creepy. Where is this?
Traverse City. It's
Traverse City.
It's
You
this
never heard
old
of it?
asylum. It's
Oh, I've
awesome.
heard of it.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. Like
It's the
Italian
old,
restaurants
like-
expensive.
I bet
Yep.
so I did a
Old
podcast.
insane asylum.
I did a podcast with a girl
oh yeah.
that's what she does. She does podcasts literally in places that are supposed to be haunted. So I went out to
Okay.
a graveyard with her in Grand Haven, and she does it all over the place. And she's probably,
That's cool.
She's probably done it there.
What's it
yeah.
called?
God,
Do you remember?
I think it's called
Obscured State.
Scared in the Dark or something. Or I should know. I'm such
Laughing
a
in the dark.
That's fine. You
Laughing
can get it to
in the
me
dark,
after.
maybe.
Oh,
She did an
well, I mean,
episode in
that
Rockford.
sounds right.
Right.
Because there's a haunted bridge in Rockford.
Oh,
Like-
what's the bridge called?
Killed Hell Bridge or something.
Oh, really?
Because apparently the
Makes sense.
the town there, so there was a kid's missing. So they were like, we gotta go find these kids. And this one guy was like, well, I'll watch all the village kids while you guys go look. So all the parents, they go out looking for these kids. This guy takes all the kids. He's like, all right, guys, tie yourselves together so like we won't get lost. And then he just like kills them and drowns them because he was the guy that took the original kid.
You were right.
Oh, I know what
It's-
you're talking about.
Her name's Sarah Elizabeth Jones, and it's called Laughing in the Dark. It has been a few years since I
Okay.
did this, and I've killed a lot of brain cells, but it's
Hey,
a
no,
pretty cool
that's fine.
podcast.
It's a good podcast.
Dude, that's fine. She got a shout out. She'll be happy.
She won't listen to this, but she'll.
Yeah. Hey. Well,
Maybe she
if
won't. I don't know.
Maybe somebody will listen to it and they'll go and they'll subscribe, and she'll be happy because she got to subscribe. So she'll be happy.
I'll subscribe.
You'll subscribe. I'm already curious about it. So
It's really good. Yeah, because when I listened to it, she had like Mike Logan.
Yeah,
and
she's done it with a few comics. Yeah, well, I think that's the whole idea is to have funny people kind of do this weird thing with her, literally like in the dark at these scary places. it was creepy, man.
Straight up dark.
Oh, we went there in the middle of the night. Yeah, it was pretty creepy. I mean, technically,
Like
we're
while you were recording,
trespassing,
you had
probably.
like no lights, no nothing, just sitting
I
in the
don't
dark.
think so, dude. It was straight audio. Yeah.
Wow. And it's meant to be funny, so you're like, now you're in this dark place.
Yeah,
you
it's supposed
gotta
to be funny, but also I think it's supposed to
kinda-
be creepy. You know?
right, creepy and funny. Like
The
how
comics-
do you you got to combine the
The
two.
comics are also
Right.
almost like the comic relief. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the comic relief to it. There you go. There you fucking go. So you guys got any shows coming up? I'm sure you do. Like we're gonna talk about. Oh, actually, one thing I want to get into is that you mentioned how you put on
The 5K.
the 5K. Yes.
Yeah, so May is like Skin Cancer Awareness Month. So last year, for the first time, my wife and I did like a virtual 5K for melanoma awareness, which basically means not everybody's gathering in one spot to do
Right.
it, in person live. Because of COVID, we couldn't. So we just kept it virtual this year, and we just ask everybody the weekend of like May 21st to the 23rd, I believe, to just do their own 5K, running, jogging, biking, see if I can roller skate if you want to. But just essentially what you do is you do a 5K of your choice, take a picture afterwards, share the picture on social media with the hashtag Move for Melanoma, and then donate to the Skin Cancer Foundation if you can through a link that we provide. And but the main purpose is just spread awareness. There's a lot of misconceptions about melanoma and skin cancer in general. People have a lot of questions or just don't know shit.
Right.
But basically, we just want people to fucking wear sunblock, and if you've got some weird shit on your skin, go check it out, even
Go
if it's on
check
your
it out.
dick. Carl. You're gonna have to go to a different doctor. That's probably more of a clinic thing than a dermatologist. But get it looked at.
Yeah, well, yeah. You get me the links and stuff. We'll put it in the description and everything, and we'll make a little clip out of this, and we'll get that out there for sure.
Hell yeah.
So you guys got any shows coming up after that? You think you got anything?
I've got a backyard show at the end of the month on the
backyard
28th.
show.
Yeah, man. A super funny comic named Johanna puts it on in Detroit, and I'm looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
This guy's got to have some stuff coming up.
You got some stuff. Coming
yeah,
up.
I'm doing
Well, you're a host, right?
yeah.
Are you hosting multiple nights now?
No.
Okay.
I just have an open mic just started this past week. We're kind of like the bar's a little iffy still on if it's going to be beneficial for him, but it's a fucking amazing venue.
Right.
Like they have a stage.
River
which is-
City?
Yeah, River City Saloon.
Oh yeah, I've
Right.
been
So
out
it'd
there
be
before.
great to like kind of start packing this place up a
Yeah.
little bit,
But I have
show 'em
that-
it's worth it.
Yeah, I have that every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. But then, yeah, I'm doing a show at an indoor dog park
Really?
on May
sounds fun.
21st. Yeah, it's going to be, I'm just hosting it. But, yeah, it's Kara Williams, Danny Redwine, and Abby Lemke
Nice.
Okay.
are
Awesome.
3 performers. So that'll be fun. But then, yeah, I have my house show at the end of the month, I think the 30th,
Yes.
29th or 30th.
And that is called.
Comedy on Ida.
Yes.
Yes, sir. That's a fun show, man.
That's turned into a good one. That's
You
gonna
know-
garner a following right there.
I will say that show, along with every other show, was and always will be better than any show in Lansing.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I tried to go to a show in Lansing, but they didn't have any. So, yeah.
Heard that.
Mhm.
Wow. Because that place sucks.
They actually, like, I heard, like, they didn't message a lot of people, but they did message me, and I was like, I can't. It's too lowbrow for me. I was like, I have my garage.
Right.
Oh my God. Come in.
It's too bad, the comedy community
You need to come up with those time.
It's too bad the comedy community doesn't really accept, pedophiles. Otherwise, Lansing would probably be like the mecca,
Yeah.
the mecca of comedy.
Yeah. Chris Hansen really fucked up the scene.
He did, man. I mean, for them, not for
Yeah.
not for the guys like us who aren't pedophiles.
No witnesses.
No witnesses. Not around here.
Well, I had fun, man. This was great. This setup
this was awesome.
pretty sweet.
This was
Ooh, we got
great.
the lines
That was a
here,
great.
too.
That was a great way to end it too. I was like, yeah, let's just get it out. I know you need to get it out.
You gotta get it out, man.
But you're gonna get it out Sunday, so you're gonna get
Yes,
it out.
sir.
Oh yeah, that is some crazy shit. to
Happy
me.
Mother's Day to all the mothers out
The,
there.
the only thing I really want to say about that though is it's funny because the whole thing with Max and all that, but the thing with the metal scene, like with Jesse and like what I've experienced, it was a huge loss for everybody. Like everybody's like just devastated.
No, that sucks.
Yeah, but then
I mean, it sucks for comedy.
because I'm seeing like two sides to it, you know. Now on my timeline where I see all you guys and like this big old like whether it's kind of manufactured.
No,
beef
it's 100% manufactured
or,
bullshit.
whether some people's feelings are getting hurt or whatever.
I don't know. I think even that was blown out of proportion, but now it's all for fun. But that does really suck for entertainers, man.
Yeah, like I was like, holy shit! There's like a totally, you can have one bar where it's like beloved by one whole group of people, and then you see this other group of people. It's like, yeah, well, we've been shafted at every opportunity we could to try to play there.
Right.
Or
So
get
then
in there.
there's, people
Yeah.
are bitter, and I don't know. I think it's
it's-
overall just never good for any artist or musician or comedian if any venue goes down. There's always going to be an opportunity possibly for you in the future there. So it would be stupid for like people to root for the demise of a place because they couldn't get in,
Right. Yeah.
But
Totally.
we're just having fun with it, and I hope
I like
brings
it.
attention
No,
to
I
both.
like it. It's
The hope is it brings attention to both scenes, and then everybody benefits from it. And we're all just bored, man. We've been sitting inside for a year, just hanging out with my wife. You can only
It's like
rough her up so many times. And
Yeah. Slap the wife, kick the dog.
so now we're just taking it out on the Lansing comedy scene. And if any of those people, want to fisticuffs it up, with the
Say that
exception
again,
of
you sound like Trump. Any of those people.
with the exception of like Rob Jenkins or Louis Michael or any other people who I know could kick my ass. But I will fight a majority of the women there. Yeah. A majority, not all of them. Some of them could probably
Some
take
of
me.
them could probably.
But if there's any elderly women in Lansing who do stand-up comedy, I would be more than happy to fight them one-on-one.
I will fight any Lansing comedian. I have no fear.
You got your belt.
They're all soft. Yeah.
When he says fight,
got
he
your
means
belt.
hit them with a car.
Yeah. I will gladly hit any of them.
With the Degi Draft belt on the front
Yeah.
of the car.
Just put a
Bro.
Degi Draft sticker right on the front of my
Degi
hood.
Draft.
One for every comic I take out.
Number one pick right here, Carl Sobel.
Yeah.
Adam Degi. It was a good time, guys.
Hey, thanks for having
Really
me.
good.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming
Well,
in,
thanks for
Carl.
having me.
Yeah, he kind of just.
Sorry I came in nosedive this whole thing.
Dude, that was